Hello, friends, and welcome back to the SOT Truth podcast. It's the alcohol-fueled chapter-by-chapter reread of the SOT Truth series with a closet full of craft brew on the side. I'm Jade.
And I'm Nate, and today we're getting into Chapter 50 of Stone of Tears.
That's a big number.
It is a big number. We're almost through with the book.
I know. It's crazy to me. I feel like it's going faster and faster the closer we get.
Right? I'm glad that I'm not alone, because I felt the same way.
And I'm kind of excited, because, yeah, I want to keep going. I want to get done with all of this. Like, I don't want to get done with it. I don't want it to be done. You know what I mean?
I think that I do, yeah. I mean, not too long ago was our 100th episode, and now we're nearly through with Stone of Tears, so, like, progress is good.
Yeah.
Speaking of our 100th episode, one of our friends, Aaron,
yeah.
you've heard him and heard us talk about him several times.
Guest on the show.
He got us a gift for our 100th episode, and it was really fucking cool, you guys.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about it other than it was fucking badass.
So Aaron went out and he got a cameo from Bridget Regan to us, congratulating us on our 100 episodes. And she was like, I didn't even know there was a SOT of Truth podcast. Congratulations. Yeah. That's fucking cool. And Jade and I both freaked out.
Yeah, she said our names.
She said our names. Cool. So this podcast, 100% officially endorsed by Bridget Regan. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's
well,
not really true.
I mean,
but...
we could make it.
But
that.
Still, yeah, we could. Well, you can't edit audio, Jade. You can't.
You cannot. It's
there
not
would
possible.
be no way possible to do something like that. Give me a week. But no, so we just wanted to say thank you to Aaron. That was really, really fucking cool. Also, again, thank you to the people that were there on the 100th episode who participated in the trivia and stuff. We got Joe prizes. Y'all may have been upgraded just a little bit, so enjoy that. Those will be leaving the house tomorrow, or today when you hear this. They will be being mailed out, so that'll be good.
Yeah, and if you wanted to see that cameo, I believe we're going to try and share that on the Facebook page or something, right?
Yeah, I will get that figured out. We might do it to Insta so we could just plaster it everywhere because it's that fucking cool.
Yeah. But on with the show!
That's right. I think it's time to get into it.
So, we open up with Verna entering a room with two sisters doing some paperwork. She's there to return the journey book, and she wants to see the prelate after all this shit that she's been through, like 30 years away from the workplace. You'd probably want to talk to the boss. I feel like it's warranted. One of the women, Sister Ulisha?
Wow. There are two ways that I think this name can be said.
Ulisha?
There's close. Ulisha or Ulisha. Now, I was dead set on Ulisha, right?
Yeah, whole time.
Or almost Ulyssia. It could even be that, if we're honest. But Ulisha made no sense. And that is how Jim Bond says the name, Ulisha. And I was like, no, that's wrong. He's wrong. He has to be wrong.
I can't even see that in my head when it's spelled. I have it spelled out right here.
Thing is, Jade, it does make sense.
What?
I know, and I don't want it to make sense, but if you look at the name Alicia, it makes sense.
No.
Yeah, it's spelled the same way. It could very well be Ulisha, and I don't like it. And I'm curious what you guys think, but I mean, he might be right.
No. That's not how you say it. That's not how I'm going to say it, okay? I cannot.
Okay, that's fine.
But she tells Sister Verna that her meeting with the prelate's not fucking happening. Lady's too busy, okay?
Well, that tracks. I mean, Richard wasn't able to see her either.
And neither was Nathan.
Yeah, nobody gets to see the boss.
Which, I'm just gonna say this. In most murder mystery shows, and I don't know, it's suspicious. When you can't see the big guy, you gotta ask questions. If nobody's seen him.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like the mob.
Yeah.
When they come in, I'm here to see the big guy. Like, he's busy. Fuck off. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but I just mean there should have been a sighting. Like, We just need to. We need eyes on the prelate at least. What? That's all I'm saying.
To know she exists,
Yes.
or that she's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see her at dinner or something. That's all I'm saying.
That she's around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Verna gets pissy and insists that because she has been broken to the novice level because of the prelate's orders, she has the right to know why. She was literally doing what her boss wanted her to do, and now she's being punished for it.
yeah, so she should get to ask the questions that she wants to ask.
Right. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
I don't care if he's in a meeting right now or not. I'm gonna have words. Now.
Yeah, especially because that was in front of everybody. So, like, yeah, we're not going to wait on this.
Yeah, no shit. Hearing this bit of shitty news, Ulysha, let me just try it on, and the other sister, Finella, which is actually kind of a cool name.
Yeah, I like it.
She's fine and pretty.
It makes me think of fins, though, like fish fins.
Okay. They're going to report her to the headmistress of the novices, and then they tell her to, like, fuck off, out of there. Gone. Bye.
Yeah.
Get.
You need to go do your duties and stop talking to us, because you're not allowed to talk to us because you're low level.
That's cold. After dropping the journey book and leaving the sisters, Verna ends up bumping into a familiar face, and one she wasn't actually ready to see yet, and this is Jed. Motherfucking Jed.
Yeah, who we know's been a little busy.
Yeah,
Since she's been gone.
Fucking no shit. She compliments him, and then he tells her that her wrinkles and her extra weight don't hurt her beauty. Which, I mean, okay, you're not going to be like, damn, you got fat. Oof.
But bringing them up at all isn't really like a super great tact either, I feel like.
Oh, well, it's like asking a woman what her age is. I know in present day, like, it's kind of whatever. You should be able to do that. But I was always raised to not do it. You also don't talk about a lady's weight. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
Because she might smack the shit out of you.
Yeah.
And, like, I get it. But yeah, the way he does this, he's like, oh, man, you got kind of gross, but you're still fine.
Yeah. And we know she looks older than him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't necessarily have to point it out. That's not charming to me. I would feel the same way as her, like, okay, cool, thanks, bye.
Well, and he pointed it out right off the bat. So you know it was one of the first things that he noticed, which tells you something.
And then he gets straight into asking about Richard, which pisses her off, rightly so.
Yeah, it was really weird. Like, she actually says to him, 30 years ago, I left your bed to go on this journey. And when I come back to you, you're asking about the new guy. What gives?
Yeah. You're not even going to ask if I want to, like, sit down and have a cup of tea and chit-chat about my fucking 30 years away from the palace?
No shit. Well, you got fat. You brought a new guy. Obviously, we weren't faithful to each other. So let's just get all of that out of the way first. So how's work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jed tries to defend himself by being like, oh, I just thought that you were an intelligent woman and you weren't going to want to play games like that. You would want to just cut to a chase. Like, obviously, we're not still a thing. You know that. But still, she's like, I just thought you'd be, like, treating me like a human.
Maybe a little
cool.
nicer about it. Yeah. There's really no need to just rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Obviously, you two have been apart for a long time. People change. I mean, I don't know. I could see him being like, yeah, we were apart for a long time. Obviously, we're not together. But I am not going to be such an asshole about it. The other thing we know about this guy is he is kind of an asshole. He's had history of being an asshole. And, like, you know, right away when we met him with Marge.
Yeah.
He fucked her over, too.
Yeah, he doesn't really have feelings. So that's understandable.
Yeah.
Verna tries to leave, and Jed starts getting demanding about wanting an answer about Richard. Basically putting her in this quid pro quo situation. Like, hey, I have a little bit of standing here. I might be able to help you out if you give me my information. And Verna's like, bye. We're not going to talk about this right now.
You remember those games that you said you didn't think I was going to want to play?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Fuck your games. I don't want to play them.
Dick. She walks away thinking about how much of a dick he is. She can't believe it. She used to, love this dude, and he's actually super duper callous. But then she starts to doubt herself a little bit, maybe I could have been a little bit nicer. No, Verna, don't doubt yourself. You couldn't have been nicer. He's an asshole.
Yeah, he had a point to prove, and he proved it. And now we all know what a piece of shit he is. So we rejoin Pasha. Yay. And Richard. Probably not as yay as they get to his room. Remember, he didn't want to have dinner, so he just was headed to bed. Pasha explains to him that he won't be locked in. None of the boys are locked in. In fact, he's allowed to go anywhere, even as far as the countryside, literal miles away from where they are right now. He's allowed to go.
Yeah, he's got pretty much free reign, basically.
Not much of a prison. Well, at least, okay, it is a prison, and we know the reasons why. But when Richard's like, take me to my cell, I'm a prisoner, this is awful. And they're like, literally, there are no locks on any of these doors. Come and go as you please. Eat and fuck as you wish. Whatever you need. We're just going to teach you magic. You're like, oh, this is not bad for jail, really.
Definitely makes him look a little bit dramatic.
Like a Swedish cell. Yeah. You get cable and books and you
kind of forget the collar thing.
Yeah, for just a minute. Or you would start reconsidering, it's a cozy bed. I'll bet this collar wouldn't even bother me that much while I'm sleeping.
They do explain once his training gets more advanced and he has more control over the gift, he's going to be more and more restrained inside the castle, which I feel like is breezed over, and I would probably be like, whoa, hold on. Wait. So the more control over this shit that I have, the more you're going to make me a prisoner. Great, cool. I don't want this in the first place.
Right. Well, it's kind of like genie rules. You know, when you're not a genie, you can move about outside the lamp as much as you want to, and then you get your power, a little more power, and then you get to fit into the lamp, and then it, closes, and you're stuck inside the lamp forever, and you have ultimate cosmic powers, itty-bitty living space.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
That's how that works.
Apparently, yeah, because we know Nathan has a super awesome cell, but it is just a cell. He can't get out.
He's just locked up in there, which does not bode well for Richard.
No, not really.
Plus, he's probably going to hate the fact that they're being honest with him, that, yeah, you're good now, but eventually we're going to start locking shit down. Once you get really close to being able to be free, that moment where Richard is going to go, all right, I know my shit, let me out. And they're not going to.
Yeah. Well, and we know of the two people that were going to leave the last time, one of them died and the other one had to be evil.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Was the cause of death of the other one.
Yeah.
In fact. So.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. So the Radahan is going to keep Richard from going too far. He can't actually fucking go back to where he came from or anything like that. And Pasha is always going to know where he is. It's like a fucking homing beacon.
It's GPS.
Yes.
You'll know where I am? Yes, I will know exactly where you are. Well, within 10 feet, but yeah.
Around there. And Verna's also going to know because she held the Radahan and knows it's magic, which also kind of makes me think that the other sisters who died would have also known where he was had they not died.
Yeah, that's true.
So a regular boy would have numerous people who knew where he is. Richard is just lucky, kind of, that it's only Verna and Pasha. Pasha's also going to end up being with him most of the time because it's her responsibility, so she's going to be tagging along like an annoying little puppy probably, and he's going to have lessons with her and some of the other sisters so they can figure out how his magic works with each of them and, who can teach him best.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the job. They need to figure out who Richard works with the best because that's going to, coax the magic out of him quicker or more effectively. Which I think it's funny that now that we can see Richard and Verna have this weird sort of mutual respect for each other, that obviously she would probably be the best choice.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she wasn't... Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it was kind of coming.